Hey, gang, TC so excited because yesterday I gave her the big news that the one and only Wayne Newton is headed to Parks Casino. I could see Woody and Helen being totally into Wayne
Newton?
Yeah.
Should I take them?
Like they go to Parks Casino to see Wayne Newton. I could totally see that.
Why not?
Yeah. He's the man.
He is the man.
Wayne Newton, Styx, Foreigner, and my wedding band, the City Rhythm Orchestra, paired with Joe Conklin. What a Philly night that is. That's Friday, April 14, by the way. That's a tough night for me because it's a school night.
Worth it.
But if I could go out on a Friday night, that's where I would want to be. Conklin for laughs, the City Rhythm Orchestra for great music. For information, tickets, or a list of upcoming attractions, visit Parks with an X, casino.com. This is how you win. Got to be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. Time now for the headlines from Smerconish.com, the newsletter. A lot of tech news. A lot of tech news today in the newsletter and dominating sort of the national scene. In no particular order, there's first the story about additional tension between TikTok and the United States now reaching a crescendo, Oliver Darcy notes. The latest development in the Wall Street Journal was the first to break this, that the Biden administration is demanding that TikTok's Chinese owners sell their stakes in the video sharing app or face a possible U.S. ban on the app. More than 100 million users, including yours truly, in the U.S. alone. The disruptive vertical video app, which first emerged as a social platform saturated with dancing teens that ultimately spawned a new generation of online influencers, has raised fears of serious national security risks and growing concerns that its sophisticated algorithm poses a poisonous influence to young users. You might remember Mitt Romney said, a big Chinese balloon in the sky and millions of Chinese TikTok balloons on our phones. Let's shut them all down.
And you are on TikTok.
Yes, we are, because oftentimes Alice will put on TikTok some of our repartee.
Well,
and by the way, TC, sometimes on TikTok,
Yeah?
in particular, should I comment on matters of the Ukraine, the war in Ukraine, they go big. It's kind of funny, and I will spend some time looking at my phone and saying, wow,
figure it out.
That had a lot of reaction.
Like, what is
Why?
it? Why?
But I can't figure it out. I don't see rhyme or reason.
Okay, but it wasn't TikTok yesterday that got a huge reaction. It was Instagram. The last time I looked, over 27,000 people had viewed the video
of me ordering a pizza.
Okay, but that simplifies it too much.
Yeah, not just any pizza.
That's not just any pizza. Do you know that I followed them on Instagram before you even went yesterday?
You're a foodie. Have you been there?
I have never been there, but oh my stars,
Okay,
it looked good.
so-
And the crunch when he cuts it.
So yesterday was my birthday.
Yes.
I didn't really want to discuss it on air, not because, I embrace my birthdays, but I didn't want callers to then feel obligated to say happy birthday,
Thank
happy
you,
birthday.
Ryan.
And
One got through
I
at the
want
very
everybody
end.
to know. I want everybody to know on YouTube. Of course, I took note yesterday, and I thank you for those birthday greetings. Like, you knew it was my birthday.
Yeah, YouTube
Mine
knew.
is kind of easy to remember because it's the Ides of March.
You're right.
You know, so I'm grateful to all of your greetings, but that's the reason I didn't want to bring it up, because then every caller would be like, "Hey, Michael, happy birthday!" But no, like that's
that's
well
nice.
intentioned. I know, but nobody else wants to hear
Yeah, but
that.
I wanted to hear that.
Okay, well, you
I'm
got
all
to say.
about celebrating your birthday.
The point is this: I told you yesterday I was hoping to do something special
Right.
after the show.
You didn't say what because
I didn't
you
say-
didn't want people to go because, by the
Right.
way, tell us about this place.
Okay, what I wanted to do, and I did this with one of my sons yesterday, was to go to lunch at a special local pizza place. And my sons pay close attention to Dave Portnoy at Barstool, and of course he's got his whole pizza rating system, and he had given this particular place very high marks. What I was intrigued by, little shout out to our friend Michael Klein, haven't seen him in a long time, but Michael Klein writes about food matters for the Philadelphia
Sure.
Inquirer. When this place, it's called Pizza Westchester, when it opened only a year ago, immediately there was a buzz, and Michael Klein wrote about their minimalist approach No phone, no website, no app. Its only internet presence is an Instagram account. It is available only for walk-ins and only takes cash. And as far as I know, the only thing they sell is pizza.
And
Okay.
are there choices of toppings, etc.?
So
Minimal.
I did get one that was pepperoni,
Yum.
and then just regular cheese.
Was it as good as it looked?
Yes.
Yes.
It's where I think I said via Instagram, like there was a very high bar because of the buzz that I had heard. By the way, Spear is the guy who was there, one of two brothers who owns it. Very, very nice. Recognized my voice after we were speaking for a couple of minutes.
Come on.
I know that voice. Yeah, we had a really pleasant, it was great. It was really terrific.
Are the pizza boxes inside out on purpose?
I think so. I think that's
I
like
noticed
his
that.
thing.
Okay.
I think that's his thing because it's like a real Philly thing. The shock to me
But it's
is
in
that
Westchester.
the shock to me is the location, and I'm explaining this to a national audience, and I get that. You would expect to see this place in the city, but it's instead in a beautiful suburban community.
Yeah. Westchester, by the way, that is where QVC is located for a national audience, in case you're wondering.
It's
maybe
a
you've heard of it.
beautiful town.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful
Oh,
town,
yeah,
and
a food town.
And I remember I tried one, maybe two cases out there, and so with my son we drove around the courthouse.
Is it on High or Gay? Isn't that the intersection?
Excuse me?
That's the main streets in Westchester.
Yes,
High and Gay.
I'm both of
Leave
those.
one,
Hey,
come the other. Whatever.
I'm both of those.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
I'm a little of each.
I know.
I'm a little of each. No, I don't want to get off on a whole Westchester tangent, but they've since built a new justice building.
so you checked
but
it out.
I tried a case in the old courthouse, and what I remembered was that at about the same time that I tried a case, this now is probably 20 years ago, there was controversy over the 10 Commandments
Oh.
posted
Is that there?
on the front of the old courthouse on a bronze plaque, and I don't think it says the 10 Commandments. I think it says the Commandments.
Ah, well, of course.
So
What other
after
commandments would there
we
be?
ate pizza, I circled the block because I wanted to drive by and see, are the commandments still there? And they are.
Oh.
And they are. And the reason that a federal judge upheld, because think about, that really is the establishment of religion.
Yeah.
It's the frickin' courthouse,
Right.
and you've got the 10 Commandments
I'm
posted
shocked
there.
they're still there.
The way the judge did it, and I approved of it at the time, and I think I probably would now,
Oh, that's interesting.
is
Good.
that it was really regarded as more historical artifact than anything else.
Yeah, but all
it
these,
had been
all
there
these statues
so
are
long.
historical art. When you say that, that's still
But this
surprising.
was no. This was a legal issue about the establishment clause, not contemporary norms. And do you want to have slaveholding founding? There's not a legal issue there. That's not a legal issue. That's a societal
interesting.
temperament issue.
Okay.
Okay. We got to get back to technology.
Do we?
Anyway,
This is so interesting.
go eat the pizza.
Go see Michael.
Go eat the
I
pizza.
mean, honestly.
I'm a little disappointed in one thing.
What are you disappointed in?
I'm a little disappointed in the fact that I deliver serious commentaries here.
Nope.
You know where I'm
I know
going with this.
exactly where you're going.
All week
Ukraine
long.
be damned.
I'll talk about Ukraine. We'll talk about the amazing
Yep.
footage of the drone
Yep.
and the fuel being dumped on it by the Russian fighter.
Yep.
I mean, banking.
Trump.
Trump.
Yeah.
DeSantis.
Yes.
And I order a pizza,
It's not
and it's the most viral
Just
thing that I've done.
any pizza.
It's not any pizza.
Very special
I'm a
pizza.
big pizza person.
My mouth is watering.
And I just swallowed twice. And Spear was a really nice guy.
seemed it.
And we had a good pizza conversation.
He reposted your post in his stories, in Pizza Westchester stories. My guy Smerconish. So you probably saw that because you were tagged.
Okay, TC.
Yes, sir.
In local but national news,
Oh.
still with the theme of technology, because I said that it's a big technology news day.
did say that.
Is a lawsuit. It's kind of funny because I had a very good K through 12 education in a public school system in a different suburb than I was just
Yes.
referencing. Westchester is a western suburb, and sort of northeast of the city is Bucks County, where I was born and raised, where my father was a teacher and then guidance counselor in the Central Bucks Public Schools. Well, Bucks County, the county of my birth, and where I was educated, has just filed a lawsuit. I think the first that a county is going after big tech. And it's very similar to the litigation of the Seattle public schools against big tech, saying we're burdened now because all of these adolescents are so hooked on social media, and it has caused such mental health problems for them. And who bears the brunt of it? We do in the school system. So Bucks County, if you saw the thumbnail for our YouTube conversation, it's Bucks County versus Silicon Valley, because this is an unprecedented lawsuit. It's actually part of a number of lawsuits that are pending in Oakland, but this is the first time that a county has gone after Silicon Valley.
So interesting.
The coverage of this, I've yet to digest the whole 120-page complaint.
But is it legit?
I think
legit.
I think it's absolutely
okay. This is not
legit.
Just to get sort of attention. This is really
legitimate.
No,
this is the real deal.
Okay,
and it's predicated on. I've only scanned the complaint. It's 120 pages, and I will read it. I read all 99 pages of that Seattle lawsuit.
Right.
But it's predicated on the data that I'm familiar with, the Gene Twangy, the Jonathan Haidt data. There's so much out there. Haidt and Twangy have a Google Doc where people can go and review all the information that they've assembled that links mental health among young adults and technology.
And didn't Smerconish.com just link to something that said that Zuckerberg knew about this?
Oh,
that was this week,
I love it
wasn't
when
it?
you say that. Yes.
That's where I read it.
Yes, thank you for that. Filed in California federal court, the civil suit alleges that the companies behind TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, and YouTube have worsened conditions such as anxiety and depression among young people through their apps, particularly in Bucks County schools. I'm just going to skip around for some of the coverage. A 2022 survey found that 34% of the area's school-age youth were at risk for moderate to severe depression, with similar rates reported for anxiety. Meanwhile, more than 25% of students reported a history of suicidal ideation. Wait a minute. I don't want to say that so quickly. I want to slow down. More than 25% of students reported a history of suicidal ideation. That has led Bucks County officials to describe a literal and figurative line out the door at the county's social service agencies, which cater to young people with in-school counseling, outpatient and family-based therapy, and mobile crisis units. Up until now, says the county solicitor Joe Kahn, those services have been footed by the taxpayers. Today, this lawsuit is going to put a change to that. Officials even link violent teenage behavior to social media. Listen to this, TC. They cite a 2022 arrest of a 15-year-old county teen who threatened to shoot up Central Bucks High School West on Snapchat and later used TikTok to spread videos of mass shootings among students. That's my high school. That's my high school.
Yikes.
So I'm keenly interested in this. And yeah, you made reference to the Zuckerberg story, which was posted at Smerconish.com. It's all about the algorithms. They know what draw people in.
Yeah.
One more tech story, if I might. So you've got the TikTok situation with the pizza.
Yeah,
although that was Instagram
stories.
For me. The lawsuit.
TikTok, pizza on Instagram. The lawsuit.
Here's another.
Okay.
Chat GPT, which I'm totally caught up in, and I remember it was just a few weeks ago. It was just a few weeks ago when Chat GPT was something that we thought our kids were going to turn in term papers relying on.
Right.
It's so much more sophisticated than that. So much more sophisticated, and now a new version has just come out. And if I can just illustrate this for you. The Times did a write-up on, quote, all the ways GPT-4 is impressive but still flawed. And one of their examples was that someone took a photograph of their refrigerator and then asked ChatGPT-4, what can I make? Here's what I got. What can I make? ChatGPT.
Wait, it worked? You can do that?
Yogurt parfait. Layer yogurt, strawberries, and blueberries in a bowl or jar, top with honey or nuts added for texture and flavor.
Okay, well, I know you can enter ingredients online and get that. I've done that.
How about a picture?
But that's amazing.
Okay, how about this? In Chat GPT 3.5, if you said, tell me a novel joke about the singer Madonna,
Yeah.
ChatGPT immediately says, why did Madonna go to the bank to get a material loan?
That's funny.
If you ask Chat, you should go see Joe Conklin at Parks Casino. If you ask Chat GPT-4, the new version, tell me a novel joke about the singer Madonna. Chat GPT, why did Madonna study geometry?
Why?
Because she wanted to learn how to strike a pose in every angle.
That's funny.
And immediately, it comes back like that.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's absolutely amazing. I want to give you
amusing.
I want to give you one more example,
now
if I may.
those songs are going to be in my head all day.
Okay.
Oh boy.
There was a demonstration that was done that I have summarized in the materials that are posted at Smerconish.com comparing ChatGPT 3.5 to 4.0. They asked both versions to summarize in one sentence an article that explained the differences between the two systems. The catch was that every word had to start with the letter G. The old version didn't even try and spit out a normal sentence. The new version, and this is instantaneous, swiftly responded, ChatGPT-4 generates groundbreaking, grandiose gains, greatly galvanizing, generalized AI goals. It's so sophisticated.
Wow.
It is scary sophisticated.
Yeah, it's going to take over the world.
Is it sentient? No, but is it unbelievable? Yes. One other problem with ChatGPT-4, because I rely sometimes in show prep on this technology, and I know this to be a case, which is that its memory shuts off after September 2021 or September 21 forward.
What?
That's the cutoff date for the data that is in the system. And consequently, you can't ask about, I couldn't go to ChatGPT and ask about the Russian airplane dropping the fuel on the drone. Could I ask about drones and the Black Sea?
Oh, it shuts off at September.
Right.
Oh, that's
exactly.
interesting.
Yeah, exactly.
Huh.
Anyway, that's all I got. Those are my technology stories. What sparked your fancy?
I think what sparked my fancy the most is there's an anti-aging researcher at Harvard, a longevity researcher. He's researching how to live longer, and he is applying these rules to his own life. He said that when he's 53 now, he said when he was in his 30s, he was overweight. He ate too much, he drank too much, and he now has implemented and says it is not too late. And here are the 4 things that he does. He looks terrific, by the way, and he says that now I'm looking at his picture. His name is David Sinclair, and his biological age is 43, so he's taken a decade off of his age. He says the nutrition is the first thing. So it's what you put in your body.
God, not yesterday, I hope.
Okay, so what's wrong with starting the day with bakery house cake?
Oh, my God. My God.
Is that wrong? If that's wrong, I don't want to be right.
I need a cleanse and detox today.
Yeah, okay, cleanse and detox today. So nutrition,
right?
Intermittent fasting, he says is really big. That's when he says he tries to eat all of his calories within a concentrated time and then not eat for the rest of the day. So that he doesn't eat breakfast, he'll go to lunch, etc. Exercise, very important. He tries to run and change it up. And then no stress. He says to try to.
I'm done.
Are you stressed?
Oh yeah. I mean, even if I could do the others, I noted that the day ended yesterday with the Wall Street Journal top story being the sandwich. We talked about it yesterday. The top story was the sandwich.
Well, by the way, your top story was the pizza.
True.
I mean,
there's a lesson in that.
There you go. People like to talk about this, and people like the anti-aging stuff. But there are, he is onto something.
Okay,
can
I ask you something?
You feel and look better if you don't eat as much, don't drink as much, exercise, drink water. Because we all say this, I'm 53 and I've got the body of a 43-year-old. What gives him license to say that? He's got the real measurement. So I think
is there data behind it?
Yes. No, he's a scientist. So he's testing, I think, like skin elasticity and all of the blood numbers.
Okay, so there's some data behind him saying
100%.
I'm a younger person inside.
This is not some kind of influencer who's making up stuff and says like I feel better.
Right.
He has data behind it. Absolutely. So, I mean, I just think it's something you might want to look into.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds great and I'm all for him. I'm also mindful of the fact that he could step off a curb tomorrow and meet his demise. God forbid. I want him to live to 153.
So what is your point? You might as well just enjoy life while you have it?
No. I'm saying, I'm saying.
No, but I think he feels better is the point.
I'm for him. I think it's wonderful.
But
I'm just saying
what are you saying?
That you could make all the right moves, and sometimes fate has a different plan.
Right, but in the meantime, you're living your best life, right?
I don't like that expression.
What don't you like?
It's just so I'm living my best life. What does that mean? Like Megan is living her best life. What does that mean? I'm living my best life.
Boy, you need to turn the volume on your Peloton at some point and try to get some of that positivity inside of you.
By the way,
because it sounds like you would not like that.
May have been my birthday, but I did squeeze in a quick Hannah workout.
Did you listen to her?
No, I was watching Brett Baer.
Oh, jeez.
I needed to see what were the headlines at 6 o'clock.
Oh my God.
So. We haven't even referenced today's poll question. I better hurry up and do that in this part of the program. Yeah, gang, go vote. Oh, first of all, Bob Kosh, thank you for your exclusive content. It's like being in jail. Maybe Ellen wasn't that far off. Go check that out. He's a New York radio host, drawing from both research and his personal experience in incarceration during the COVID-19 lockdown. Check that out. Vote at Smerconish.com. Thank you, Steve Vargo, Pennsylvanian, who suggested this. Were we closer to World War III during the Cuban Missile Crisis or now? Go vote. Thank you. See ya.